What is a core anyway? I'll tell you. What is your core? This is a question I have been getting from countless clients, that it is not necessarily what they expect. A lot of times people think that their core is just the muscles of their belly. And that can't be further from the truth, because there's actually 3 more parts to your core, especially when we're just talking about your trunk, your lower back, your lower body, your torso, core. There's actually 4 parts of your core. There's going to be your belly muscles, which we're all fairly aware of and everybody tells us to use. Your back muscles, which are the things that a lot of people complain of discomfort from because of poor core use. But there's another 2 things that people don't commonly think of as your core. It's the top and the bottom. So your diaphragm, which is the muscle that goes down as you breathe in and then goes back up as you breathe out. And then your pelvic floor that actually should mirror that. So when we breathe in, as your diaphragm goes down, your viscera, meaning all of your digestive system and all the stuff inside your belly go down, and that pelvic floor should be able to kind of distend gently to manage that pressure, as well as when you breathe out, that pelvic floor should be able to come up as your diaphragm goes up, allowing all your viscera and digestive system muscles and everything to kind of go back into place. So again, that's 4 spots: your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, your belly muscles, and your back muscles. If one of those things is not working or not strong enough, what's going to end up happening is it's going to put more stress on the other ones, because we're going to be compensating, trying to get that stability for our system. If something isn't working, like our belly muscles are weaker, it's going to possibly create more tension in our back. Or people will experience constipation or incontinence. If we don't have good enough core strength, what's going to end up happening possibly is that we're going to tense through our diaphragm. People are much less aware of this one because they think it's normal, but what this is doing is when you're exercising, it causes you to hold your breath or become breathless because you're not able to use your core muscles and breathe at the same time, because you're used to using your diaphragm to brace. It's so important to make sure that you have actual control of these muscles. And so we have, exercises that you can do to be mindful and to be aware and to control it, but then you have to transition that into being able to do it on your hands and knees, being able to do it on your knees and standing, and then doing some sort of functional activity like squatting and deadlifting and stairs and all those fun things that we want to do for exercise. But if you're doing those things without a proper core control, what's going to end up happening is the other parts of your body are going to start to compensate. You're going to get tight hip flexors, tight hamstrings, tight neck, tight shoulders, tight chest, and all these things will kind of create tension because you're trying to make up for the lack of stability you have from your trunk. So that's why I think it is a foundational ability for people to be able to control and be aware of their trunk control and their breathing while they do movements. If they can't do that, I always say that if you can't breathe, if you can't control your core and do it with this core control, then you actually can't do the movement and you don't own the movement, and you probably shouldn't be doing it, or else there's a higher likelihood of you getting injured. It's not a definite, but it's a higher likelihood. Now that you know, I want you to go to the link in the blog, and you will have a link for our Connect the Core video, and this will kind of walk you through how to use your core, all 4, diaphragm, pelvic floor, tummy, and back muscles, all at once. Just be mindful of it. You can do it lying, sitting, standing, and then what you can do is you can try to control it while you're doing functional movements like squatting, bending over, all sorts of things. So hopefully this was really helpful. Hopefully this was mind-opening for you, and hopefully this will help you gain this foundational movement and control. If you're struggling with core control, back discomfort, pelvic floor issues, struggling with performance when it comes to your physical fitness and not feeling like you're getting your maximum output, reach out to us, whether by replying or filling out a form on our website. We're happy to have a chat with you, figure out what's going on, what level is kind of breaking down, and what you need to improve so that you can take that next step in your life or your performance, and that you can do ultimately what you love doing without any limitations or discomfort. Can't wait to hear from you.